44.9% APR variable.
Time? You haven't got it. Hassle? You don't want it. Stress? You definitely don't need it. So if you're thinking about making a compensation claim for mis-sold car finance, Complex Law can do everything for you, even if you haven't got any of your old paperwork. It takes just 60 seconds to get started, and they'll do all the rest, and seek to recover every penny in compensation you might be owed. Start your claim now by searching Complex Law. Rated excellent on Trustpilot. Fee payable, see website for T's and C's. You can also claim for free by the Financial Ombudsman or FCA's proposed redress scheme.
Get hosting sorted with Black Friday deals on the UK's best broadband technology.
Oh, yeah?
Keep the extra guests entertained this winter with EETV.
So I can watch all me crime dramas?
While the rest of us have the football on.
That's right. Switch up subscriptions with Netflix Now, TNT Sports, and Discovery Plus. All powered by EE's ultra-fast full fiber.
Sign me up.
Switch to our award-winning bundles today.
Verify at ee.co.uk/claims. New customers, 62% UK availability. Terms apply.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard your flight to Geneva. This is your captain speaking, and I would like to take a second to welcome our very special guests. All the skis and snowboards that enjoy a free flight to Winter Wonderland.
The best winter holidays start with the right airline. Book your family trip to Winter Wonderland now on Swiss.com and enjoy free gear transport.
Tonight from 7 p.m.
The Capital Evening Show with Jimmy Hill.
Capital Super Bowl with Barleycorn is just 4 days away, and joining me on the show is
treatment or some prescription medicine if needed for 7 common conditions without you seeing a GP. Just think pharmacy first. Find out more at nhs.uk/thinkpharmacyfirst. Subject to age eligibility, including 1 to 17 years old for earache prescription medicine. Service available at majority of pharmacies.
All right, tank's full, and I use my Nectar points to get money off fuel.
Nope.
Friday sale. You handle the shopping, we'll handle the saving. Grab up to 50% off our motoring and cycling must-haves, including tools, in-car tech, bikes and more. Whether it's Christmas gifts, everyday essentials, or just an excuse to treat yourself, we've got you covered. Pop to your local Halfords today or shop online. Offer subject to availability, full T's and C's and exclusions apply. See halfords.com for details.
This is LBC with Sheila Fogarty. Call 0345 6060 973. Alexa, send a comment to LBC. Text 84850.
Very small children on social media. Hard to believe, but it's happening. 800,000 under 5-year-olds between the ages of 3 and 5 are using social media. Joanne has called from Gozo in Malta. Hello, Joanne.
Hello, hi Sheila. Nice to speak to you. My first time calling, so a little bit nervous.
I had a lovely holiday once in Gozo. One of my favourite pictures of all time of me with my best mate is in Gozo.
Oh, that's lovely to hear.
Isn't that nice?
Now, the reason why I called today was to do with youngsters and social media. So I'm not a parent, and I'm not berating kind of working parents because I know how difficult it is sometimes. But my point of reference is I was working for a company and I had a female boss, and she used to bring her children in I think around about 5 and 7. They would always be kind of like put on the spare desk with a tablet. Each of them always had a tablet with them. And then about a week or so later, I was chatting to her. I was a new recruit. So I said, oh, did you used to live in the States? You know, I noticed that your daughter speaks with like a heavy...
Classics. Go.
2 survivors clinging to boat or debris from that first strike. Now, the White House has come out fiercely against that characterization that Hegseth said kill them all. But we are seeing the White House also distance themselves and Hegseth from this second strike, saying that Hegseth gave the initial order, but the admiral working under Pete Hegseth gave the second order to take out those 2 additional survivors. So that's where we are today. But Republicans and Democrats raising concerns about whether this violates war crimes.
Well, yes, and I mean, it's fair to say that Pete Hegseth was a controversial choice for Defence Secretary, wasn't he? He was involved in that Signal Gate, including a journalist on a messaging app. Just briefly, I mean, is he going to be able to withstand this pressure?
Well, the White House seems to be protecting from him for now and seems to be backing him for now. And we can tell they're doing that because they seem to be putting the blame on the admiral at the center of all of this. That being said, though, the White House is saying that the admiral did work and carry out the strikes under the law. But we'll be watching today's cabinet meeting today, which is set to take place in a few hours' time here in the United States, where we know that Hegseth will make an appearance.
Okay, good to speak to you, Julia. Thanks so much for joining us live from DC. That's Julia Manchester, their White House reporter for The Hill, bringing us to an end to this edition of NewsHour. Thanks very much for joining us.
This is the BBC World Service, investigating the global trade in meteorites.
So, $4,300,000.
When rare rocks come up, the interest in them and their price tag is big. But is that at a cost to science and those looking to study them?
Rocks to Riches, Thursday at 9:30 and 20 GMT. In 50 minutes, World Business Express, and then on OS.
In Indonesia, hundreds of people have been killed in severe flooding. We'll hear from our correspondent Nikki Widadio in Sumatra, who spent days with her team collecting stories from survivors and getting to some of the most inaccessible areas.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Today on People Fixing the World from the BBC World Service, the solutions are coming from the most unexpected people, children. We'll speak to 5-year-old kids in Botswana who are learning about empathy.
No child is born hating another human being on the basis of the color of their skin, their religion, gender, any other factor. Child has to be taught to hate. And if he can be taught to hate,
he can be taught to love.
Thank you.
And we will also join a group of teenagers who are navigating fake news on social media.
Most newspapers are verified sources, and even if they're not verified, they still refer to the source in which they got the information from. However, on social media, you rarely see anyone referring to the source that they got the information from.
I'm Myra Anubi, and our solutions class will be in session right after the BBC News.
BBC News with Sue Montgomery. Donald Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, and the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, are at the Kremlin to present Vladimir Putin with amended proposals to end the war with Ukraine. President Volodymyr Zelensky is visiting Ireland, where he's been holding a news conference. Chris Page is there.
He said the US was taking serious steps to end this war. And when it came to the talks going on in Moscow today, President Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff there, well, he said the signals, as he put it, that come out of those talks will determine his steps. And he went on to say if it was fair play and perceived as such by Ukraine's partners, who counted Ireland and EU nations among them, of course. He said perhaps he would meet the American delegation. He said he was prepared to meet President Trump. It all depended on today's signals.
The former president of Honduras and convicted drugs trafficker Juan Orlando Hernandez has been released from prison in the United States after being pardoned by President Trump. He served less than 2 years of a 45-year sentence.
Orchestra, joined by oboist Ruth Scott and conductor Ronald Corp for Ronald Binge's The Watermill. And we also heard Carol of the Bells, the 16, with Harry Christophers directing. And as I made mention of, the nation's favourite carol, voting now opened, and it is up and running until the 14th of December for you to let us know your favourite festive classic. It might be something like Carol of the Bells, it might be something more traditional like O Come All Ye Faithful or Hark the Herald, or maybe a little town of Bethlehem.
your focus and get your to-do list done. Smooth chill.
And it's not going to rush. So when you fall down, you got to stay down. Anything I want to go stop. Do what you want to do for. It's in the dark, so close. Yeah, I know I share it.
Take me to the clouds above.
Totally free. That's caught your attention. Like an elephant cruising on a truck through the bright lights of Bangkok. You get Netflix at no extra cost, channels you love, and lightning fast broadband too. Yeah, that's Black Friday the Virgin Media way. Visit virginmedia.com. Virgin Fiber areas. User speed and month full price depends on package choice. Netflix terms of use apply. Ends 10th of December. Thanks, Prime.
Buy now with up to 12 months to pay. With every pay, with every pay.
Like Shark's Facial Pro, the at-home hydrofacial tool, and the Shark Power Depuffer in pink. Get up to 12 months to pay when you shop with VeryPay. Plus the
2,000 miles, 2nd December today, and it is a very good time of year to win some money. There's a chance for you to do that at radiox.co.uk. Across December, you can join everyone who's entered so far for the chance to win £250 every weekday up to Christmas, or a supersize £2,500 on Christmas Eve. It's all thanks to Screwfix. Download their app for daily rewards and head over to radiox.co.uk if you would like to enter on that. Right, I have a first play of a track here in a minute that I am so ready for. The coolest person you can think of's favourite band is coming up.
From the Sky News Centre at 3. A report into the 1989 Hillsborough disasters fast.
Vodafone. Save £576 on 5 GB airtime over 36 months. £144 on phone and £312 with trade-in. Phone cost is £534. Credit and trade-in checks and terms apply. Financed by Vodafone.
The Big Tasty is back at McDonald's, but now it's a double. It's the beefiest Big Tasty of all time ever. Oh, got a bit intense there. The new Double Big Tasty, now at McDonald's. Available until the 4th of Jan 2026 from 11 a.m. Price and participation may vary, subject to availability.
Hello, if there's anyone listening, you should know cigarette butts are litter. Every day, thousands, millions are dropped on the floor and people don't actually realise that is littering. The duck is not happy. It wants you to bin your butts. Please, for the love of... bin your butts!
Cigarette butts are rubbish. If you smoke, bin your butts. Keep Britain tidy.
I'm Linda, proud mum of Team GB's Emily Campbell. I know from watching my daughter through the years, the slog of training can get ugly. That's why Quaker is the perfect sponsor for Team GB.
Thank you very much for the message as well. Glad Hart could be part of that process. Slade, that's what we need on the score run. Let me do that along with Pink in just a bit.
This is The School Run with Matalan. Wrap the house in bows, bedding, candles and cosy decorations. Whether it's the friend who always brings you a coffee in the early morning,
or the one who helped you move house without a fuss, this year, say thanks.
with the chance to win up to £1,000 each for you and your loved one.
From last-minute gifts to air fryers for all the trimmings.
Shop whatever you need to save Christmas thanks to AO.
The electrical retailer you can trust.
To win, nominate your most trusted friend